Hello, today we are going to talk about subject. Subject. That is under English grammar. So we are going to talk about basic English grammar, and our first lesson is going to be based on subject. Subject. Let's look at what a subject is. And before we talk about a subject, this is something that should interest you. That we are saying that every sentence needs one. What does a sentence need? A sentence needs a subject. So every sentence needs a subject. So that is the meaning of one. So we are saying that every sentence needs one. And that one, we are talking about subject. We are talking about subject. Very, very important. So in English, every sentence must have a subject. This is a grammatical rule. Just as we said when we're dealing with vocabularies, we said that every word must have a vowel. Every word must have a vowel. Every word must have a vowel. So it means that there should be a vowel in every word. The same thing over here. So from word, we move to sentence. From alphabet, we make words. From words, we put words together to form a sentence, which has meaning. Then we are saying that if we are talking about word, we say every word has a vowel. Here we are saying every sentence has a subject, or every sentence needs a subject. That's what we're talking about. Let's move on to our next. It's very, very important. Every sentence must have a subject. And our next is we are looking at the function of a subject. So we are talking about function of a subject. We are talking about subject. What does it do? The subject in a sentence is who. Very important. Who. That's a person. Or what. So when we're talking about a subject, we are saying that the subject in a sentence is who or what you are talking about. So what you are talking about or who you are talking about is referred to as the subject. The subject, very, very important, the subject. So a subject refers to who or what we or you are talking about, or I talk about, what I talk about. If I talk about computer, the computer is good. It means the computer is the subject. So I'm talking about computer. What kind of computer? The computer. So the computer becomes the subject. Let's move on. Every sentence must have a subject. Very important. It has been stressed again. Repetition is very important. Every sentence must have a subject. It's the same as saying that every word must have a vowel. Every sentence must have, every word must have a vowel. Every sentence must have a subject. Every word must have a vowel. Just as we're saying that every sentence must have a subject. Very important. So in a sentence, we should always look out for a subject. A subject. A subject. Sometimes a sentence may not contain a subject. The subject becomes imaginary. Now let's move on. Let's look at examples. Examples of subject in a sentence. So we have our first sentence. Our first sentence is, my cat is full of energy. My cat is full of energy. Full of energy. Energy. Okay, my cat is full of energy. So my cat becomes the subject. What are we talking about? What is the conversation pointing to my cat. So my cat is the subject. Let's move on. Our example number 2, that building is very old. That building is very old. So the subject we are talking about is that building. That building, that building, that building, that building is very old. Old. So we are talking about the building, not building, but that building. What kind of building? That building. That building is very old. Let's take our last example. We are going to the concert. We are going to the concert. We are going to the concert. If you look at the word we is the subject. What are we talking about? What group of people or who is going to the concert? We are going to the concert. We are going to the concert. We are going to the concert. So we becomes the subject. We'll end here and we'll continue next time. See you. Bye.